And spawning in the top right-hand corner here of ley lines, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Italian Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg representing Basilisk. It is Reynor. One Void Ray greater than 2,200 resources, 100%, mate. You see that? The one Chad Void Ray. That was insane. Again, to be fair, like there was like, I say 10, there was like 7 shield batteries underneath it. And again, the force fields. The force fields were on point for Classic to be able to slice up the army, force field the ramp, and delay any reinforcements and kind of lock herO in. So there was some other, of course, great micro there out of Classic. But overall, it was the herO Void Ray. I mean, it's insane. And from there, we're settling into our final best of 3 of the broadcast. Again, herO and Reynor, they are both in GSL, so don't fret. Regardless of who loses this series, they are both still in GSL. They both qualified, but this is about skipping around. This is about skipping the initial group stage and going straight and being seeded into group stage 2. Who's it going to be? Who is it going to be? So now we have our hatch gas pool here by Reynor. Does open up hatch gas pool. Likewise, herO opening up gate cyber expand. Okay, interesting. We have seen this from herO before. Basically, he's going for a delayed expansion in favor of faster adept for some faster aggression. And we'll see if herO can pull Reynor apart early on. Let's go. As herO does skirt around the edge of the map. Coming in for a scout. Also, Estebanio in the chat. Good to see you. Good to see you. As we have our tech of choice, going for a Stargate opener. Again, standard opener out of herO when it comes to its tech of choice. But again, we have the earlier adept moving out across the map. Second adept is on the way. And we'll see if Reynor can keep up. As again, this is quite a challenge already here in the qualifiers, as herO has arguably, I would say that herO has the best PvZ in the world. I think I would rate Max higher when it comes to his PvT, I think, but I don't know if I can say that with confidence anymore. Like in recent online tournaments and in recent performances with herO and Clem, like herO has also been, I mean, he's been improving a lot over the past 6 months. Like during the off season, like herO has been definitely leveling up. I know that Yaku would say that herO is the best player in Korea right now, even greater than Maru. And I can't contest against that yet. Like we still have to wait to see how Maru performs in GSL. Just because Maru's been so inactive. So it's like hard to compare. But here we go. So far, herO shading in. Takes down the initial drones. 1, 2 drones going down, but nice around. And Reynor, he will shut this down. He will clean this up. Better trade for Reynor. 2 adepts to 2 drones. Ideally, you do want more damage than that. So with that Reynor, he does gain map control. He moves out. herO's keeping up. Behind this, going for a second Oracle, throwing down his 3rd Nexus, and building up towards the mid game. Meanwhile, Reynor, he's here to delay that Nexus. Yeah, Reynor, he has arrived. The second Oracle does swap out just in time. It's going to be close, though. Oh, we'll save it. Oh, will he, though? As he should save the Nexus, but he does take a lot of hits, and he's going to be forced to cancel. Massive pick off. Big denial here on the 3rd. A nice pick off there by Reynor. Again, herO, he was playing game with Chicken. He did not activate the Pulsar Beam, and he get punished for it. Does get punished for it. He is punished for it in the end. With that, Reynor with a very nice start. Delaying the 3rd. Shutting down the Adepts. Bearing in mind that, remember, herO, he delayed his Nexus for that faster Adept as well. And herO is going for the earlier Twilight Council. Now, this could be one of 2 things. If this was any other player, I would say most likely Glaive Adepts. Because it's herO, this can be early blink. So there's 2 options. Regardless of the option, this is a delayed forge. Delayed forge, delayed upgrades, delayed +1. So we'll see if it's going to be Glaives or Blink, one or the other. As Oracles, they get behind the mineral line. Early Eva Chamber on the way. Reynor going to +1 melee. Oracle takes a lot of hits. Reynor so far looking good. Looking solid. Stasis Trap is going to be shut down. Ooh, takes down one Queen. Just the one. Going for another Stasis. And again, no major connections. Behind this, we have our take of choice. It is, in fact, going to be Blink. As you mentioned, if it was any other player, I would take Glaives. If it's herO, Blink is more likely. And we'll see what herO can get done. What early Blink does entail is that it means if Reynor were to go for like a German Taxi or a Roach Queen all-in or a Link Queen all-in, then Blink will be done in time to defend against it. But that's not really happening here. Reynor, he's building up towards +1 melee into a heavy Link composition, into Link Roach, into Link Hydra. So Reynor, he's building up towards a longer game. And because of that, this early Blink needs to get more damage done early on. Like herO, he's going to be hyper aggressive early on. He has to get some value here. Otherwise, he will fall behind. This could also lead into an all-in. But herO is taking his gases. Does take his gases. Oracle pulls away. Adepts are denied. And so far, Reynor, he's keeping up. It's keeping up quite well. Reynor looking good. Because the gas have been taken, this does lead into further tech, either Colossus or Storm. We have the answer. Temple Archives into Storm. From here, herO should be expanding, getting a 4th base. Warping in more Stalkers. And as a reminder, because of the early Blink, herO, he has to be active with his army. He has to get some value. He has to take down Overlords, catch Queens, pick off Lings, and ideally deny some of these expansions. As herO moves out, Reynor moving in. And here he's rushing into Tempest. Oh god. Fleet Beacon's on the way. Lings, they collapse on the army. At the same time, Lings, they bust into the mineral line. Ooh, late reaction there by herO. 9 probes go down. Brutal damage already. Yeah, this is getting intense. Is getting insane. Adepts, they do shade into the mineral line. A couple of drones going to be going down. But overall, Reynor, he holds. Reynor, he holds. He defends. He protects the base. He counterattacks. But herO is rushing into further tech. That is terrifying. He's rushing into Skytoss. Picks off another 7 drones. Oh, but herO gets caught out. I will punish some of these Lings, but only some though. Yeah, Stalkers get surrounded. herO bleeding out a lot of Stalkers. As you mentioned, a Ling heavy style like this going into Ling Hydra is ideal, and we just see Reynor is going for the all-in. He's going for the all-in. He's going to try to break herO here and now. Do you have Overlord speed on the way? Plus, we have Hydra range, Hydra speed. Massing out more Lings. Oh, never mind. When I saw Overlord speed, I assumed that we would be committing here with the Queens as well, but that is not true. We're droning, we're teching into Lurkers. Never mind. This is actually better for herO. So I thought that Reynor would double down. He isn't. Reynor, he's teching, he's droning up. We'll see if he drones up even further than that. But if Reynor goes for a longer game state, then herO, he will get away with the Tempest. Like, Reynor's on a timer. He doesn't know he's on a timer, but he is on one. Lings, they come in for the surround, and they will knock down the expansion. And they're the Dropper Lords. That's what I was waiting for. I expected with Overlord speed that we were going for like a Queen drop across the map alongside this. Looks like we are. Okay. I'm not crazy. Nice revelation though. Revelation of the Dropper Lords. Here he will delay the push. Likewise gonna get surrounded though. He's also being shut down. But upon seeing these Drop Lords, here he should be walling up. And there we go. Cannons are on the way. Storm is done. But Reynor still has momentum. Like, Reynor, he still has the lead. But he is droning, at least somewhat. There we go. Loads off the Drop Lords. Warping in some Lurkers. And again, because Reynor decides to push out with lurkers instead of pushing earlier with Ling, Hydra, Queen, it tells me that herO, he actually builds up his army. He builds up his wall, his cannons, his shield batteries. Tempests are amassing. How many Tempests do we have so far? 2. 2 Tempests, soon to be 4. And as the Tempest count gets higher, the Hydra, Ling, lurker becomes less effective. So Reynor, he has to end the game with this. He's pretty much all in. Even though he has lurker tech, no hive. Or no hive upgrades. As he's pushing forward, Ling's they poke in towards left hand side, going for the cannons. herO is out of position. Yeah, herO out of position, the lurker's moving in. Ling's they overwhelm that expansion. But the lurkers they run into the Tempest. Lings are being cleaned up. We got Dropper Lords into the main, but last herO he does defend. He was ready for the Dropper Lords. Well, lurkers are getting into the mineral lines. But the cannons, they shut down the lurkers. Yeah, lurker goes down. And Reynor, he's running out of steam. Remember, this is an all-in. Reynor, he is stuck on lair tech. He did not take up, he did not drone. This is one big 3-base all-in, and herO, he shuts this down. Again, Reynor, he took too long. All the lurkers crumble, the entire army tumbles. And herO takes a massive lead. Takes a massive lead at the same time. Reynor, he does push into the mineral line. He's getting some economic damage. This is nice, but the army here of Reynor doesn't compare. It just does not compare. Not anymore. As now we have a Spire on the way. Remember, still no infestation, but still no hive, still no drones. Reynor cut works at 72. Now, he does kill some probes, and this will delay herO, but overall, as the armies are maxing, like herO, like, again, he just has a superior force. The soup does lie. One army is not quite like the other. Now, Reynor, he can still try to pull this off. If he can maybe sneak under a Tempest. Nah, not like this thing. If he can bypass the army. This time you can see herO, he splits up his forces. This time he's ready. Hydras, oh god, as Hydras they run into the stasis. And Reynor's being outscaled. Oh, it does get under the Tempest though. Massive pickup. He gets one. Takes down one Tempest. Likewise, Ling drop into the main, but there's a cannon to defend. Oof. Hive just now begins at 12:30. Very late hive here for Reynor. And again, this means late hive upgrades, late Viper tech, late everything. And Reynor's in trouble. Is in trouble here. Now, the best that Reynor can hope for is to buy time. Now, best case scenario is herO moves out. As he moves out, Reynor goes in for a run by. There's nothing at home to defend, and herO is forced back home. Right? Moments like that. Moments like that to buy time. To allow Reynor to finish his hive, to allow Reynor to drone up and to further his army, right? That's the best that Reynor can hope for right now, is to buy time. You know, here's pushing. High Templar exposed. Takes down 2. Nice catch. Very nice catch. Takes down 2 High Templar. There are 7 more behind this. Now, I believe this is the entirety of herO's army, so this Ling run by has potential. There's not much of him to defend. You have a warp in, Archon gets surrounded, but there's some storms! Oh god, oh god. Yeah, the storms are brutal. Nice surround here on the High Templar once again. Reynor, some nice pickoffs here across the map, and he does force herO back home. Again, this is what Reynor needed. Yeah, messy defense or messy response here by herO. He leaves 2 Tempests behind. Reynor popping off. Takes down 2 Tempests, gets into the mineral line. Oh, bleeds out a lot of Hydras. But again, he's buying time. And now what do we have? We have lurker upgrades. Lurker upgrades are on the way. Viper production has begun. Here come the lunkers. So that was like the best case scenario that Reynor could have hoped for. Like, that was it. That was solid. He has to do that again though. But the problem is, can we do that again? Aye. He's going for it. Here comes another Ling run by. And ideally he wants to force herO back home. Lings, they bust in, they get a surround, gets an Archon. Ooh, Viper gets caught. herO, he will lose this expansion. At the same time, trading a base for a base. This base is more crucial for herO, though. Lings, they're going for another expansion. But here he has a warp in. This time he has a warp in. And Reynor, he's just going for the counterattack. He's going for the base trade. Again, Reynor, he cannot win a fight head on. As we mentioned before, herO, he has the superior army. So we're just going for the base trade. We ignore the army. And we send it. And I believe recall's on cooldown. Yeah, recall is on cooldown. The fourth base is going down. The main base is going down. And here he turns around. He's racing back home. In doing so, though, these bases are falling one after the other. Here he defends the main. Uh-oh. He wants the army. He wants the lurkers. Vipers come in. Gets 2 abductions. Only takes down 1 Tempest. Here he doesn't have the Observer. He does have Oracles. And Storm on the Hydras. Lings, they're deflected back at home. Here he knocks down another expansion. Do we have a revelation? Oh, Storm popping off. Oracles are exposed. Where's that revelation? He does. Oh god, there it is, just barely. Does reveal, and yeah, GG gets called. Reynor, he has nothing left. He lost his bases, and remember, Reynor cannot fight this head on. GG, herO takes game 1. Whew. Oh my god. A very intense game there. GG, well played. Again, Reynor, initially he was completely all-in. The all-in failed. herO took a massive lead. But shout out to Reynor because he should have been dead much earlier. But Reynor did an amazing job at buying time. Run by after run by, counterattack after counterattack. Again, Reynor, he understood he could not fight herO. He could not fight him head on. So just non-stop backstabs instead. That was the best we could have seen out of Reynor. And still, herO, he was able to fight back, defend back at home, and still find the fight he was looking for. GG. GG, well played. With that, herO, he will take a lead in the series. But still a very intense back and forth. Yo, shout out to Erebus Black in the chat. Gab, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. Hope you had a great time. And welcome to the GSL Season 1 qualifiers. I do apologize for not giving you a shout out at the time of the raid. We were engrossed in the game. We were engrossed. But thank you. Thank you so much. As we are jumping into game number 2. Let's go. Jumping into game 2. And we'll see if Reynor can bounce back and bring this to the ace match. Again, it was an intense game 1. It was an intense game 1, and here we go. We're jumping into game number 2 and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Amygdala. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss. Representing Twisted Minds, leading the series 1-0. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Italian Zerg player, the Blue Zerg. There we go. We have the Blue Zerg player from Basilisk. It is Reynor. Here we go. And again, we had an intense back and forth in that last game. Reynor, he was down and out, and Reynor, he clawed his way back in. He made a game out of it. It was still an uphill battle, and again, Reynor could still never fight herO head on, but he was able to, find damage nonetheless, cause a little chaos, make some or force some mistakes out of herO, and did make it as close as he could. But now we're getting into our next game. And again, it was a wild decision, winding it back a little bit further, it was a wild decision for herO to go and rush into Skytoss the way that he did. Honestly, it was a really good call, and it worked wonders for him. I mentioned at the time that if Reynor had hit before Lurkers, if he had gone for a Ling Hydra all-in instead, he most likely would have hit before the Tempest really got into high gear. But because Reynor went for a later timing and a later all-in, it did give herO more time to build up not just Tempest, but cannons, shield batteries, and Storm as well. Again, time was on herO's side. Meanwhile, this time, standard opener. Remember, last game, it was a Gate Cyber Expand. This time, Gate Expand Cyber Core. So this time, a much more standard economic opener out of herO. This time is not going to be rushing into the early Adept. This time is not going to be as aggressive or as intense early on. So we're calming down. We're settling in. We go. As here he does open up Stargates back at home. We have our initial Stargate opener. To be expected, of course. And as a reminder, last game we saw Stargate open into a third base, into an early Blink build, into a Skytoss rush from the side of herO. Here we're loading into Amygdala, and this Skytoss rush that has been going for is not too standard, but it is something that we have seen from herO over the past couple of weeks. I say like the past 2 weeks. It is a build that herO has been mixing in and has been having success with. He did this against Shin as well. And I do think that it has a lot of strength, especially on Amygdala. Welcome to Amygdala. Amygdala is one of the larger maps in the map pool, has more defensive third and fourth bases, is easier to defend, is easier to turtle up on, and as a result would be easier to tech up into something like Skytoss. So we'll see if Reynor can break him before that can happen, assuming that we head in a similar direction. As Zero does fall. Ooh, this does supply block Reynor, so a bit of a supply block early on. Third base now being taken from the side of herO. This time, Reynor is not set up to punish. Remember last game? Last game, Reynor, he actually had a really nice start, denying and canceling the initial Nexus. This time, the link hand is not there. The link hand is not there. This time here, he will safe and soundly be able to expand. Another reason for this, if you remember, because herO went for the earlier Cyber Core, he went for earlier Adept Aggression, he lost the Adepts, which means he lost the base. This time, the Adepts are back at home. This time, there was no early Adept Harass. Meanwhile, Gateway Explosion, early Twilight Council. Last game, this was early Blink. This time, do we go into early Glaives? Oh. Is it time to glaive it up? As Oracles, they will take down the initial drone. Not bad. Gets one, gets two. There it is. Glaive it up's on the way. So again, the build itself is actually, I'm pretty sure, very similar to the last game, except for the fact, of course, we're going for extra gateways, going for glaives instead of Blink Stalkers. With this is more committed, this is more aggressive, and ideally he wants to catch Reynor making links. As remember last game, Reynor, he went purely Ling into Hydra, he skipped Roaches. Oracles poke in. This time, safety Roach Warren, thankfully. So safety Roach Warren out of Reynor, so he has the tools to defend. He also has some decent SimCity. With the SimCity, he can wall up. He can wall up here and deny shades into the natural. So Reynor, he has the tools to defend, but it all comes down to scouting. It all comes down to the reaction. The earlier he sees Adepts, the faster he can actually make Roaches. As Adepts are massing, we can see Reynor ready for his own Ling run by here at the third. Adepts are moving out. Lings are moving in. Reynor, he does hit the mineral line. herO, he pulls back into the pocket. Shield battery's almost done. Oracles will defend, and herO holds. herO, he defends, and back at home, there are not many Roaches. There's 3 Roaches on the way. Adepts are just now being revealed for the first time. They commit. They commit to the shade. They catch a queen. Lings try to engage. And so far, nice kiting here from herO. Takes down one of the queens. And he can go for the other. Yeah, he can cancel the shade. Takes down the queen. Actually, he commits in. Commits into the natural. No major economic damage yet. Across the map, 5 probes that go down. Meanwhile, Reynor, he has yet to lose any drones. So far, decent defense. Shades into the main. Drones finally are going to be falling. In the blink of an eye, 5, 6 drone kills. And herO's not done. herO, he's not done. Not yet. Shades into the... Oh, no! Shades into the natural. And in an instant, 12, 14. The mineral line goes down. 16 drone kills. Up until this moment, it was acceptable damage, but 18 drones go down. Not like this. Not like this, Happy. With that, Reynor's economy is crippled. herO takes a massive economic lead. 62 probes to 41 drones. And herO's not done. herO's not done. He's moving out with another wave of mass adept. And again, Reynor, he was doing well. He was pulling away workers. He was maintaining his economy until that final moment, until that final shade into the natural. All it takes is one shade. And we're not done. Reynor's drone. No, he has nothing. Reynor, he has 8 roaches. Oh no. He has 8 roaches to defend, and he does cancel the shade. Thankfully, at Epso, they're knocking down the base. They force cancellations on those drones. The hatchery is going to go down, and he will kill the 4th. The 4th base goes down. Massive pickup. Oracle Swords are natural. More roaches are amassing. Stasis goes off, catching the roaches. And here, where we're going from here. We can go back home. We can commit. We can try to shade towards the 3rd. Shading across. Doesn't commit. Pulls back. He pulls back home. Back at home, we're building up Blink Stalkers. I'm assuming. Yeah, Blink is done. Blink is done. +1 as well. Working towards charge. Templar Archives into Archon production into Storm. Oh, as this base is going to be denied. Yeah, so the Queens are coming. Actually, he might save it. True. Yeah, we'll save the base. Queens will zone away, thankfully. Queens are in position. Hero's being active. Here he rotates. He has a massive army. He's working with the Adepts. They were retained from the early game. So he's got his massive depth support. Stalkers pushing in as well. This base, it is denied. Didn't go down to the Oracles. Goes down to the Stalkers instead. And Reynor is stuck on 3 bases. He's stuck on a 3-base economy against a 4-basing Protoss. Like here, he has so much momentum on his side. Momentum is insane. When it comes to the supplies, remember, roaches are inflated supplies, so it's really in favor of herO. The soup does lie. But Reynor, he's committing to Link Main Roach Ravager. It's a very mid-tier composition, but it's very necessary. Very necessary in this kind of game state. He needs as much as he can get to survive to take this fight. herO dipping in. Charge is done. No Storm. Only Archons. Interesting. Wiles 8 graze the army. herO pushing in at the same time. Adepts A shading to the mineral line, but it's Link Bane. Yeah, Link Bane should clean this up. Massive connections. Adepts are going down, but what about the Roach Ravager? As Reynor, he defends on one end, but what about the other? As the hatchery's under fire. herO, he wants it. One more volley. Does get it as well. Takes down the hatchery. Reynor still on 3 bases. As herO, he's even expanding towards top left. Ay. Oh, sorry, just sneezed. God, not like this. But he is taking top left, so getting a 5th base. Reynor is keeping up. He's treading water. Keeping up with his Link Bane. Looking to knock down that expansion. From here, moving in. Once again, here he splits off his army. Once again, he wants that 4th. And that is hero's win condition. Time and time again, the 4th base is going down. Reynor just can never expand. He can never take a base. And Reynor's all in. At this point, Reynor, he is all in. Oh, no, he wants the 3rd. He's going to get it as well. Massive pick off. 3rd base goes down. Recalls back home. Just in time to defend. Suddenly, herO, he's in position. He's ready for this. And one way or another, the game ends. Either Reynor breaks herO now, he dies trying. Bailey's rolling in. Takes down the side defense. Boys are pulled away. Reynor deals with all the Zealots. Takes down all the Adepts as well. Only Stalker Archon. Piles are connecting. Probe's going to be going down. He's gaining ground here. Taking down the Archons. Not bad. He gets 1, 2, 3 Archons go down. And Reynor, he's going for it. He's going for the kill. This is his moment. Oh, nice catch. Takes down the Stalkers. Does take down some of the Stalkers. The economy is still booming here for herO. Zealots, they coming from behind. Oh, the surround. They coming from behind. GG gets called. Reynor, he gets called out. He will lose everything, and herO will take the series at 2-0. GG. Whew. GG, well played. herO will claim it. herO will take the series, and herO will be seeded into Group Stage 2. GG, well played, congratulations. Shout out to Reynor, especially game one. Game one was very clutch. Game one definitely could have gone either way. There were strong moments for both players. Game one was very back and forth. Game two was more dominant for herO. The Glaive Adepts popped off. They just wreaked havoc. They almost ended the game on their by themselves on their own. The follow-up, the game still continued, but it was Reynor just treading water, just trying to keep his head above water more than anything, than really thriving in that game. GG, well played. herO does take it, and with that, that was our final series of tonight's broadcast. Let's catch up on our matches. Here we go. From the top, we have our qualified players. We have Cure. Cure took down Solar 2-1, and Solo took down Bunny 2-0. So Cure and Solar, they were the... Actually, you know what? This will make a little bit more sense. If you weren't here this morning, I do recommend the VODs, do recommend them, but this morning we were casting the first half of the qualifiers. We had herO, herO, Maru, Classic, Reynor, and Byun qualify for GSL. Likewise, Cure and Solar alongside them. When it comes to the bottom half of these matches, these were seeding matches. These players had already qualified for GSL. They already made it through. We already covered their matches. But here they were playing for a better seed to skip the first round and to go straight into Group Stage 2. So Byun, he skips the first round, takes down gumiho 2-1. gumiho takes down Maru 2-1. gumiho also skips the first round, also seeded further into the tournament. Classic takes down herO, and herO takes down Reynor. So Byun, gumiho, Classic, and herO all seeded further into the tournament. Meanwhile, Reynor alongside Maru will still be playing just in the regular GSL season in the first round. With that, GG, well played. Now we still have a couple of qualifying matches left, and that we are going to be covering tomorrow morning. Going to be covering that tomorrow morning here. That is the plan when it comes to our schedule. Bam, as you can see here, we have our weekly schedule. We just wrapped up with our Tuesday evening broadcast. You can see here on Tuesday on our schedule, 2 slots of GSL. We just wrapped up. We had the morning broadcast, and this was the evening broadcast of GSL qualifiers. We just wrapped up. If you missed out on the first round of qualifiers, I recommend the VODs on YouTube. There were some fun matches, really intense games. I do recommend it. Tomorrow, we're going to be live with the Pigasaur Weekly. I say that the Pigasaur Monday has been turned into the Pigasaur Tuesday on a Wednesday. It makes sense, don't worry about it. But yes, we have the Pigasaur Weekly tomorrow. That is going to be at 9 a.m. KST. That is at 10 a.m. AST. That is in 10 hours. In 10 hours time, we are live with our own, with the Pigasaur Weekly. We're going to be live. And there is one last minute change to our schedule. One last minute change. As you can see, originally we were going to be casting the finale of the GSL qualifiers Thursday. You can see there on Thursday morning. That is not the case. Not anymore. I didn't realize how quickly GSL was starting. GSL Season 1, the group stage, starts tomorrow evening. It starts in less than 24 hours. So I didn't realize how quickly it was beginning. So I feel a little bit rushed to finish up the qualifiers before GSL begins. So the plan instead is going to be, we're going to cast the Pigasaur Weekly. We're going to wrap it up. Then we'll have like a 5-minute break. And then bam! GSL cast. So we're gonna finish the Pigasaur Weekly tournament, and that will lead into the GSL cast, and that will lead into GSL Day 1. That'll lead into the group stage. That leads into the proper Africa broadcast, covered by Tasteless and State and Gemini and all the other casters in Korea. So it goes from one straight into the other. That's the plan. That's the plan. So we do have to reschedule things. I do apologize if this schedule is misleading, just because, again, I didn't realize just how quickly GSL was starting and how little time we had. So that's the plan. That's the plan. We're going to be covering GSL tomorrow after the Pigasaur Monday, or after the Pigasaur Weekly. Because of that, that means that the Thursday slot is going to be open. In that slot, we're going to slot in Euthermal's 2v2 broadcast. Euthermal's 2v2 circuit for April. We'll have the April event for Euthermal's tournaments. So that's going to be in that Thursday slot. We have Lily Cup, we have Canoe Show matches, the Podcast, May Mayhem, Brazilian, StarCraft 2 circuit, Brasileiro, SDO, STC. Plenty of content, plenty of StarCraft, plenty for you over the week. As always, we are live more than any other channel out there, more than Wardy, more than Steadfast, more than Rotterdam. We are live more than any other channel. Plenty of content here on the channel. We have the quantity and we have a little bit of the quality as well. Let's go, baby, let's go. As you can see, for this week, we are having 2 half days off. How dare we? But Wednesday evening and Friday evening, we're going to be taking off from casting. I do also apologize for not being able to ladder as of late. I, of course, had my show match, the Big Brain Bout show match, which we popped off, by the way. And in the lead up to that, I was laddering and streaming every single day. I haven't been able to just because I've been taking it easy after that show match. But most likely starting tomorrow, after the GSL cast, I'll have a ladder stream. We'll go back, we'll jump back in. After taking some time off, we're going to be a little bit rusty, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Going back into the ladder, back into the smoge, Bobby, back into the smoge. So that'll be tomorrow, and probably on Thursday and every other day for the week. Every other day this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll be having a ladder session on our personal stream. So if you want to follow me there, you can follow me, !light in the chat. If you want to follow me over on my personal channel where I do ladder. If you missed out on the VOD of the show match, I did have a show match with Zombie Grub that was a couple of days ago, actually. That was like 3 days ago. We did have a show match together, and that was covered by Rotterdam over on the Basilisk channel. The Ducklings, they're cranky, baby. They're so cranky, so cranky. Good morning, Mr. Melancholia. Good morning. And Mr. Minsler. Oh, all the misters. Oh my god. Buenos dias, buenos dias. Oh, hello, Chelsea fan is. Yo, let's go, Chelsea fan in the chat. I believe the Cheeseadelphia is coming up as well. True. Cheeseadelphia also. There's so many events happening. There's so many events coming up, but Cheeseadelphia is going to be another big one, of course. But yeah, with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Again, we're going to be wrapping up tomorrow with the GSL qualifiers. If you missed out, check out the VODs. The VODs are all on YouTube.
It's time for a change.
Otherwise, we are going to be wrapping up for the evening, and we're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Who is live? Who is live at the moment? Who can we raid? Who can we send everyone over to? Let's have a look here. We'll give some love to Enki. We'll give some love to Enki here. Fun fact, the pond is about to get a little bit busier. There's going to be a new duck. There's going to be a new duck in the pond, so exciting stuff here. Give some love to Enki El Hermoso. He is a Spanish caster. Bear that in mind. But he's an amazing Spanish caster. Give him some love. Give him a chance. I know that he can't, or you might not be a native Spanish speaker yourself, but there's plenty to enjoy there, and you can still enjoy his lovely, soothing voice. Este Enki El Hermoso. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more StarCraft. Otherwise, you can also support us in other ways via Patreon. Patreon in the chat, and you'll get a link to our Patreon page. Our Patreon does fund our tournaments on a regular basis, our weeklies and our monthlies, all funded via Patreon. 100% of the money there goes towards the players, so you can support the players if you wish via Patreon. Otherwise, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Ciao, papi, ciao. See you next time. Hasta luego.